What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I am Letitia and this is That So Letitia. And yeah, I've been away for a while, guys. Well, I've been working on some stuff behind the scenes, some stuff I am super excited about. Been doing a little bit of traveling, collecting some things, and yeah, so guys, stay tuned for that because all of that jazz will come out soon. However, in regards to today's video, it's fall, right? So, as we all know, when there's a new season, there's a new reason, there's a new excuse to go out and buy new beauty products, try different beauty looks, and this fall, for me, is no different. So, before we actually get into our look, let's jump into this base. Speaking of which, I am so in love. Can y'all see how clear my skin is? Like, let's get into it. Pores wear, right? Filter wear, right? It's that good old beauty and skincare products that I have been using as of late. If you guys have not yet seen that video, there will be a card, a link, or somewhere you can click on and view that. I highly suggest you do so. Not now, later, I'm just saying. So maybe I'll put like a link in the description box below so you guys can get into that after this video. But let's jump right on into it. So to start our base off, I am going to apply Huda Beauty's Complexion makeup base. Y'all see that? Yes, no, maybe so. Just going to apply a little bit of that to my face. And before I apply my foundation, I'm going to apply a little bit of loose setting powder. This is by Bakierie. This is their flower powder. It's in the shade Almond. I'm going to apply that to my areas that are typically prone to get oily. However, I will say lately I have been not necessarily having to do this step because I've really bumped up my skincare, and because of that, a lot of the like oil and sweat and things that would typically show up throughout the duration of time that I'm wearing my makeup, I haven't had an issue with it lately. So that's a good thing. That means that my skincare is like on level 100 right now. It's really working to just keep my skin hydrated and keep all of the excess oil at bay. So I'm grateful. But we're still just going to, for the sake of habit, we're going to apply a little bit of pressed powder. And for the foundation I'm going to use today, it is by Uoma Beauty, and this is their Flawless IRL, or in real life, skin perfecting foundation. And this one is in the shade Brown Sugar T3. I'm not new to this. I am true to this one. I enjoy using this because it's very lightweight. It gives you coverage, but it doesn't smother your face. It helps to blur imperfections, but it doesn't take away from your natural beauty, as well as it doesn't add any of those like funky textures. And this foundation is the real deal. Shout out to Uoma Beauty for this one. So I'm going to apply that using a NYX Cosmetics foundation brush, and this one is number 37. And for my concealer, I will be using by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is their Magic Touch Concealer, and this one is in the shade number 20. So I'm just going to apply. This is a nice size concealer, right? I am going to apply that to my under eye area. Let's see. Okay. It's a nice shade. This is actually my first time using it. I bought it about a week ago and I just hadn't had the time to actually use it yet. Oh, okay, so she don't seem like the type that you have to really let dry down. Okay, so I'm gonna let her dry down a little bit. I am going to do my brows and then we will continue on. And to set my concealer, I'm going to apply a little bit more of the Beauty Bakerie's Flower Powder in Almond, and I'm going to mix that with a tad bit of Laura Mercier's translucent setting powder in the shade Honey. So I'm just going to grab my little concoction and I'm going to apply that using a damp beauty sponge. Now, speaking of concealers, my first thoughts on that Anastasia Beverly Hills Magic Touch. Baby, that concealer, that's a keeper. That is definitely a keeper. At least right now, I would say in regards to the application, it's thick, it gives coverage. I didn't even have to use a lot, and I could not allow it to sit too long because it started drying. Even though as it was drying, it was still very easy to blend in and move around, but it is not thin. I've had some concealers that were like super thin that, you know, you let dry down a little bit, then you had to put on another layer, and this one did not give me that at all. And now guys, we're gonna move on to our eye look. So to prep it first, as always, this is by NYX. Hopefully y'all can see it. And this is their eye primer in the shade Skintone. Ooh, I got it right. I didn't even have to look at the container this time. So I'm going to apply a thin layer to my entire eye area using a Morphe brush. This is their M224, and let's get going. So now that we have on our eye primer, we are going to move into our shadows. For this fall look, I wanted to do something not necessarily typical. It's by no means completely unique. I've seen some other looks that are similar, but you know, kind of that first look that everybody runs to for fall is like real warm and brown and creams and that sort of thing. I wanted to go a little bit darker, a little bit more bold, a little bit deeper. Hence why for this look, the palette that I am using is by Lime Crime. This is their Venus Exhale Eye and Face palette. The reason that I wanted to use Lime Crime, let's be honest, I picked it up during the 21 Days of Beauty at Ulta. as well as this was a brand that I have been eyeing for years. I own quite a few of their lip products, which are amazing, but I had never really ventured out into trying out their eyeshadow palettes. So in the midst of me picking up things during Ulta's 21 Days of Beauty, I picked this up, and this is the palette we are going to be using. They're known for being more or less like a grunge type of makeup and beauty brand, and that is kind of like the vibe that I'm feeling for this look. Without further ado, we're going to get into our transition shade, and for this look and this palette, our transition shade is actually going to be Burnt Gold, which is this shade here. Just going to apply it using, you guessed it, my absolute favorite eyeshadow brush for the moment, and this is from Morphe. This is their M504 brush. I love this brush. I feel like you can use it for absolutely any and everything, like just point blank period. You need a blend brush, boom. You need a smudge brush, boom. I mean, I love her. She is faithful. Okay, so we're just getting in that burnt gold. Okay, so now that we have burnt gold on, I am actually going to go in and we are going to use, we're going to use Blank Canvas, which is this shade here. And I'm going to apply that using, yep, you guessed it, the same brush. I'm just wiping it off. And I'm going to apply that towards the front of my eye area. And we're going to apply that from the lid up to the crease. I'm not necessarily blending, I'm more or less packing this one. And we're gonna do it midway, so I'm not taking it completely over. Again, like I said, I'm not so much blending as I am packing. And that's all the way from the lid up to the crease area. And now I'm going to use a Morphe M441 brush, and I'm going to go in using this shade here, and we are going to begin to pack that towards the outer corner of our eye, and then we're just going to blend inward. See that? Love a pigmented shadow. And then we're just lightly sweeping and blending. Okay, so for our under eye area, I'm going to take the same shadow, this one here, and I'm going to apply it using a smudge brush. This is by Morphe. It is their M222 brush. I'm just going to put some here on the brush, and I'm going to lightly sweep under there. We're going to leave the eye area alone for now until we revisit later once we pop our mascara and our lashes on. So we're going to move on to our blush. The blush I'm going to be using actually comes from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Tropical Getaway Face Palette. If you guys don't remember or don't know what that shade looks like, it is this berry tone shade here, and I just will be applying that using a blush brush. I'm going to apply very lightly. This one is pretty pigmented, so I'm going to start right in the middle where I apply my blush and just blend upward. For our lip, I wanted a lip that was just as bold and dark as our eye look. So the lip liner I will be using for this look is by MAC Cosmetics, and this one is in the shade Nightmoth, which is a dark berry tone shade. And on top of that, I will be applying Everlasting, what is this one? Everlasting Long Lipstick. It's a liquid matte lipstick. It's by KVD, and it is in the shade name Exercism. Yes, Exercism. So I'm going to apply that on top of Nightmoth. Alright guys, so this is the final look. Off camera, I applied our Dell 3D lashes in the shade number 853. So I hope you guys enjoyed this look. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I am enjoying this look. How about that? I know fall typically, like I said, you know, you have the browns and the warms and you know, all the fuzzy warm things, and this time I wanted to step out and kind of do something dark. Although I'm not discrediting those looks, because stay tuned, I too have some of those looks to pull off for fall as well. But yeah, I wanted to kind of bring out, I guess, more of the dark, sultry, bold look for fall. I guess kind of play up on Halloween coming up a little bit. It is coming up soon, isn't it? Damn, it seems like we just got into fall in what, like in 4 weeks? I think four and a half-ish weeks Halloween will be here. This year's really going by so fast. But yeah, that is all I have for you great people out there. Thank you so much, as always, for continuing to support, encourage, comment, like, share, and interact with my content. It means the absolute world to me. As I said in the beginning, I've been working on some stuff kind of behind the scenes, so I have not been sitting idle. I have been reading comments, I have been answering questions, I have been paying attention to feedback, so there is more to come. Stick around. And as always, in the description box below, I will put a list of everything that I used to achieve this look. And yeah, guys, like I said before, boom, here's that skincare video. Make sure you tune in. Do you have your notepad? If you don't, pause, go get your notepad, and then view. There's some great tips in there I think you guys will enjoy. But until next time, guys, we shall chat again soon.